Charles Miller is back with us this morning. He, of course, has Scenic City Neurotherapy here in town. Good to see you.
It's good to be here.
So you've been pretty busy with a lot of community outreach, obviously seeing your clients and your patients, but you're always finding a way to help people where they are.
Well, we like to get out there in the community, let people know what we can do, what we're able to help them with, and actually find partners in the community to where we can take what we do and help it work better for them going forward.
So this particular outreach that you've been doing of late has been men focused, is that right?
We've been looking, well, it's there's been a lot of talk about men's mental health in the media lately and how we're not real good at taking care of our mental health as a gender. And this is something that I feel like has been, that we could do better with. And so what we've been doing is we've partnered with Men Who Chat, which is a local men's support group. It's just a group of men of no specific religion or affiliation or sexual orientation or anything. They are just a group of men who get together and support each other, which we really like the idea of just taking care of each other.
And a lot of what comes from that, the fact that as men, you talk in kind of similar ways so that no one's saying, tell me more, or you're not having information pried from you?
Well, I like it so much because one of the first things they said in the group was that we're not here to fix each other. We're just here to be together and to see how we connect. And it's interesting, even though we have so many various backgrounds in this group, how we all can still connect.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to be the same to work together.
You just gave me a thought I've never had with you before, never talked about before, but we're not here to fix each other.
Yeah.
So when people come to you at Scenic City Neurotherapy, they typically are coming because something in their life is not right. They're struggling with PTSD, depression, anxiety, something. But chances are they've also lived with it for a while. So it's kind of, quote, part of who they are. And to feel like you're being fixed implies that you're somehow broken.
Right. I say all the time is that understanding mental health as a component of brain health helps us better understand that this is more relatable to a neurologic injury than it is to a thinking problem. If this was part of who you were, then you wouldn't be as upset about the fact that it exists. Like, so someone who struggles with depression is upset that they experience depression. Now, if it was part of your core being who you were, you wouldn't recognize it as something's wrong. You know, I'm saying that the person that's you, the person that exists in the moment, looks at the fact that I'm struggling. They look at the moment and say, you know, this is a level 2 stress moment, but I feel a level 10 stress. That's the wrong response. So the person that they are is the one that recognizes that this is the wrong way to feel.
Okay, but would there also be to that person who is talking to you or talking to someone who isn't on their walk in life with that depression struggle, for example, that they should not feel any more wrong to have a level 10 response than they would if they had broken their arm?
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying, is that this is not thinking, you're not choosing to feel this.
Right.
Feelings are reflexive. They happen in spite of us. Otherwise, nobody would ever choose to feel bad. Okay,
so I ran into somebody the other day and recognized me, and the topic was really about you. That's how it came about. Oh, is this who you are? Got to tell you about Scenic City Neurotherapy. And this person was really crediting you for the help you gave to his wife. And I don't know details at all. It was a little bit of a time crunch and we had to say goodbye, but I was glad to hear it. But the impression I got was, and you don't know who this person was either probably, but the impression I got was that her struggle had been going on for a while and that maybe it wasn't obvious. Like they had tried other things maybe, and you finally opened the pathway.
Most of the people we work with have tried multiple other avenues and without success, and they come to us after these other avenues fail. It is not the easiest place to start, but it is not impossible to, like, there's no hopeless case.
Well, okay, because I guess what really struck me in this conversation was that we're always learning things in the medical fields for sure, and what we know about the brain today is so different from what we knew even 5 years ago, much less 10 or more. So that if you are watching and you've struggled with something for a while, it doesn't have to mean that you missed your opportunity. It's not too late.
No, it's not too late, and there's always an answer, is what I tell people. We may not know that answer yet, but we will find it if we keep looking. And that's what we're doing as a scientific community, is to keep this evolving and developing and keeping our knowledge base growing so we can find better ways to address things. And there are some very exciting things coming out in the near future in pharmacology and the wider medical world that's going to change how we address mental health altogether.
Is that going to still include the ketamine that you do?
It will to a point, but eventually even that will become obsolete.
Really?
Which is because this is a first step. It's like we're able to address a problem now, but eventually, because of the way our medical system's set up, we're going to develop new compounds, new substances, drugs that we call neuroplastogens, which they do what ketamine does, but without having to feel the weirdness of the ketamine.
Okay, I only have a minute left, but
Yeah.
you opened a door that you got to kick open now.
Okay.
You mentioned the weirdness of the ketamine. So what does that mean?
Well, it means it's anesthesia. So it's like an anesthetic, but we don't give you enough anesthetic to put you to sleep. So if you've ever had surgery, you feel weird and then you go to sleep. Like you feel it hit you, and then you're like, whoa, and then you're out. Well, we stop at the
whoa. But after that's happened, they stay in your care for a while, right? They're not feeling weird when they leave
No.
you.
By the time they leave our office, they walk out, ready to go home and with a driver. And for 2 to 4 hours after the infusion process, no driving, operating heavy machinery, signing contracts, make big life choices. It's the same thing if you had a colonoscopy.
If they're there, and they're there for how long is the treatment?
They're at our office for about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay, and so while that's happening and the ketamine is going in, we'll save this for next time, okay? But the ketamine's going in, is their brain rewiring in that hour and a half?
It's actually releasing a protein. The brain's reacting to the ketamine. Ketamine goes
Okay.
in, the brain reacts and releases a protein that starts to rebuild connections, but it builds mostly when they sleep, the 10 to 14 days following a treatment.
Okay, next time you're here, remember
have to
that
dig
door
into that.
you kicked open, because
Yep.
we've got to kick it a little farther.
All right,
okay.
sounds good.
Scenic City Neurotherapy on Shallowford Road, 228-0579. By the way, he said he loves talking to skeptics. That's his favorite conversation because he so believes in what he does. ScenicCityNeurotherapy.com.
West Yellowknife Trading Post has everything under the sun. DIY mini split HP 12,000 BTU priced at only $8.95 plus tax. 60-inch tub shower combo with seat only $9.95. Don't pay big box prices. But hurry, limited quantities available. You better get it when you see it.